Hello guys, so today we want to look at geocoding photos in QGIS and getting to know the location of these photos just as you can see in my screen. So let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is we need to use have QGIS installed, and then we need to have a few photos. So from my screen you can see I have a few photos. This is the places I've visited the past few weeks within Nairobi. So the first thing we need to do is go to the geoprocessing toolbox. So if you cannot find this, just go to processing, then toolbox. So it's going to land you the same place. Sorry about that. So once we are in the toolbox, we need to search. You can search geotag, and then you're going to see these import geotagged photos. So double click on that and then you'll see this new pop-up window. So our task is to upload these photos, and these are just photos that I downloaded from my Google Photos. So you can just do the same, just don't screenshot, just download using the download option, and you'll be able to visualize the places you have traversed within your area. If you are into travel and hikes, then you'll see your trail on a map, and you'll be able to export this map as a web map as well, so that we can see how it actually can be shared to other parties. So the first thing we need to do is input the folder that contains these photos. So I'm going to navigate to my folder and I'm going to select that folder. Mine is called photos, and I'm going to save to a location of my choice. So you can see I have all sorts of files, but since this is just a demonstration, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to skip it and I'm going to run this. So you can see we have a result. You can see it's finished, but 3 photos were not geotagged. Maybe they have issues. So I'm just going to ignore those. So I'm going to close this window. And from a map, you can see I have quite some points. So these are some of the places I've been able to visit. So let's add a base map. So I'm going to go to web, quick map, and I'm going to add OSM. So you can see I've been able to go to this area, and mostly let me focus to the city. This is the capital of Kenya. So you can see these are some of the places I've been able to visit based on my Google Photos. So I'm just going to close this geoprocessing toolbox, and let's add some style to this. You can click on this brush icon, and I'm going to maybe just increase the sizes of these points. So we have done that. So the next thing we can do is add pop-ups, so that when I hover around this point, you can see when I place the cursor there, it's bringing me just the name of the image, but it'd be wise if we do the image itself. So what we need to do is we need to show map tips. So if you go to this ribbon up here, you'll see show map tips. So by default it's usually off, but just click on it and it will be on. That's why when I hover on a point, I'm able to get some information. So to actually get this information, like show the photo itself, what photo I'm looking at, I want to know what photo is this. I'm going to go to the properties of these photo points, and under properties, I'm going to go to display, and I'm going to have these arrow signs, I guess, and I'm going to paste these. So I'll leave this in the description so that you can also copy paste. And you can see I have this width and this height. So of course I can modify these, maybe do 250 by 200, and I'm going to click OK. So when I hover over an image, let me hover on this, you'll see I'm able to see what photo that is. So I can do again for any photo I want. So you can see I went to a football match to play some exercise, and then here I was out in the sun. You can see all sorts of photos. So this could be a really good way to document your travel journey, hikes, and all sorts of things. So it was that straightforward. Now I want to do this on a web so that I can be able to share it with someone, because technically if I were to export this map, then I will lose some of the key elements like the pop-ups. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the QGIS 2Web plugin. So if you have not installed it, just go to manage and install plugins, and under it you will search for this plugin. So I'm just going to search QGIS 2. So this is the plugin I'm interested in. So what this does is it exports an open layers or leaflet web map, and you can be able to now access the pop-up version of this map. So just install it, and then once you have it, you'll be able to find it under web, and you'll be able to see these options. Alternatively, you could find its icon, which I'm not able to see it at the moment, but let's stick with this option. So go to web, QGIS to web, and then create a web map. So you'll be redirected to this window, and under here you can see we have a few tabs, and the ones that are of really importance are the first, layers and groups, appearance, and maybe export. Not so much about settings. So under layers and groups, you are able to see we have options based on the layer control we have in our QGIS. So these, anything that is in here will be displayed under this section. So we have the photos. I need them to be visible, so it has to be on. I need the pop-ups on as well, because I need them so that I can be able to see the images. And in the pop-up fields, of course, I don't need any of these, so let me just keep them as default. I have the base map, very important. I don't need its pop-ups, but I need it to be visible. So you have a couple of options. I can use open layers, I can use leaflets, I can use Mapbox. So let's go with open layers, and I'm going to update preview. So here you can see we have our map ready. So my preference is to use leaflets. I like leaflet because I work with it most of the time. So I'm going to use leaflets, and I'm going to update the preview again. So the next thing is going to appearance, and I need to do, I can add a few features on the map, like address search. So if you have a lot of points, you have moved around in a lot of places, and you need to just find that place just by typing in the name of the place, I can add that option. I can also allow to have a geolocate user option, where it can just automatically ask me for my location. So if I want to just get the pop-up information without clicking, I can check this on, but I don't need that. So if you want to search any layer, if you have different layers here, you can select one of the options. I don't need that for the moment. This is the CRS. No need to do that. The measure tool, if I need to measure distances, I can select a unit. I can go with metric. And also here, show pop-up on over again. I can check it if I want to just hover and get the pop-up. So again, for me, that's not an option. And then any other option is, you can play with some of these options, but let me keep these as simple as possible. And then the next is going to export. So I want to export these so that I can be able to visualize this map on the web. So nothing here to change. So I'm going to just click export, and it should be done in a minute. So you can see we have our web map ready, and you can be able to share these, of course, as the whole folder. It creates a folder for you. So you can see here, I did not specify the folder because you have an option to specify that. So I could have done it. Here. Select my folder where I want it to be, but I let it go to default. So here we have our web map. You can see it has all the show me where I am. So if I click on this, it's going to ask me to allow my location. So I can do that. So I can also measure some distances, and I can also search by the place. So let's try one of the photos. So I'm going to click on the photo, and you can see it displays the information. The image is quite big, so since this is already predetermined by QGIS, I'm not able to modify the width and the height of the image. But if you are into web development, you will have the option to do this. So this is how you can share this map. Maybe if you have any idea on how we can enhance these photos to fit the size that could actually make this pop up better, you can leave some comment in the comment section below, so that we can all benefit from this. So that is it, guys, for this video. This is how we can geocode and display our Google Photos on a map. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like it, share, and subscribe to our GIS channel. Thank you guys.